I explained to you that I was going to show you some of the hand signs that prophets do in order to contact the gods. And I wanted to give you a little bit of background information. You know, many of you are familiar with the prophecies of Israel, and hand signs were used in Israel to start a prophecy or to contact God even, and to do a hand sign is going to start a prophecy with you, whether you want it to or not. So, and it will, if you do a hand sign, you will have to hear the voice of God at some point during your life, if you even do one at all. If you're not a prophet, it will just turn out that you aren't able to make any hand signs at all. And it's weird, but you know, that's the way the will works. If it's not the will for something to happen, then it just doesn't. And really, that's the magic of the universe. But for you, it is the will. So let me show you the hand signs that you should make if you do want to hear from God, contact God, and be a prophet, because it does all three of those things. So, let's start with, this contacts the temple doors. This is the hand sign that you contact the doors of the temple with. This is the hand sign to contact the Lord God, Jehovah. This is the hand sign to, you tilt it to the side. This contacts the incarnation of prophecy. This hand sign here, this contacts prophecy. You pull the two fingers apart. This hand sign here, this contacts Aloha, the god of Kufi. This hand sign here, this contacts the Lord's God, the god of Jah. This hand sign here, this contacts the Lord's Ka, the two bowls pulling apart. What else can I show you? This hand sign here, this contacts Allah. And you see, if you're good enough of a prophet, Allah moves and speaks for you. You have to have the second sight. The prophet is called the seer of second sight. You have to have the second sight to see God fully. You might be a sighted person. Some of you are. A person that is gifted with the sight of God. And some of you are not. Some of you have poor sight. You're myopic. You can't see what I'm talking about. But some of you, those of you gifted with the sight, you will see God in between your fingers as you call. You may see it just subconsciously or on a different level. All of you will see God subconsciously during hand calling. Everybody does. What the science of hand calling is that checkpoints were set up by ancient prophets in the universe to reach and call certain gods back when the universe was much more powerful and much more alive. Later on, with God degradation, the universe deteriorated. However, the strength of prophecy kept these checkpoints alive so that you can still contact the same gods that the ancient prophets contacted, the eternal gods, whenever you want to. And so that's the story about hand signing. I thought I would just give you, that's a quick run over and tutorial about hand signing, the power of God, hearing the voice of God, etc. But if you want to get more in depth with it, you can contact me by my email and I'll try and get back to you. Or you can just watch some of my other videos about hearing the voice of God and having prophecy. I plan on, I teach also other ways to hear the voice of God. I teach a lot, the use of the Y stick. And that is another way to begin prophecy. You speak into a Y stick, you hold it, you vocalize, you bow it to stones several times to build your power. You raise it to the sky to call yourself to prophecy. That's another way to contact the voice of God with you. Speaking in tongues, that's another way. If you speak in tongues according to spiritual law, you do have to hear the voice of God during your life at some point. Everybody does. Anyway, everyone has little signs or symbols during their life that somehow the truth contacts you. You know, be it through science or symbols in your life or, you know, truths of the universe or whatever contacts and declares these symbols of your life to you. Those are the things that matter most to you when you're down or when you're upset. You know, the things that give you life, the things that raise you up, they give you life, they bring you to kind of a new light about yourself and about other people. And so that, and you could say that is the message of prophecy, to bring you to a new God about yourself and about other people. And if you can do that, you can be God as a prophet. And what do I mean by prophet? I mean foreteller of the future that we put God in, the future that God is called to us, the future where God is a whole person instead of a spread out flat person like in the past and the present, and the future like the knower, the great God of the prophet. And that's what I'm talking about.